Jan Petric getting ready to head up to Minnesota this weekend. It's a big meet, 3 days, 6 sessions. Minnesota Grand Prix. Sounds like you're pretty excited for that big-time atmosphere with lots of professional swimmers and such in the mix.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's gonna be the first, of course, first big meet of this year. But even in the past 3 years that I've been here, we haven't really had a meet like that with so many professional swimmers going there. Like usually we just race college guys, but just going swim with professional swimmers, being in the same meet, stuff like that. I think it's quite an advantage for me, maybe just because I've experienced those competitions in the past with for my country, like World Championship and European Championship, which I think I'm just kind of ready. I'm not gonna feel that pressure, it's just something that I've done in the past, so it just pumps me up even more, just getting ready. I know it's for real, so yeah, I like it.
Two of the more taxing events are probably going to be on your schedule this weekend, the 400 IM and the mile. How do you do both well over the same meet?
Well, basically you just have to go through event by event. Like first day I'm gonna have 4 IM, I'm just gonna think about that, and 200 freestyle. Then second day 500, just think about that. The mile is the last day, I don't want to even think about it until after I'm done with 500, and then just go everything mental to the mile, because it's a really strong mental race. So your mind just have to be really there and just race by race by race.
People might think that tapering and suiting up helps the sprinters more, but it really does do just the same for you guys that do distance and the 400 IM, etc.
Yeah, it also depends on the swimmer. I know me and Luke Trimmer, we just both go super fast with the racing suits on. It has a lot to do with mental, the way you see the race. I just know for myself that when I put the racing suit on, I just know it's for real. Just get that, even without tapering, I just know it's something else. I'm just, when I dive in the water, the feeling that I have with compressed legs and stuff, just I feel a lot more better.
And these longer road trips like Big Tens or these 3 or 4 day meets, is there a little bit more team bonding involved because you spend so much more time together?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just going on the road, staying in the hotel, eating together at the dinner, lunch or breakfast, just going to the pool together, all the timing, time management is just so important for team bonding. But I think that our team is really good at that, and just helps bonding the team and makes everyone swim even better, faster, be more focused.
Thanks for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Nate Hopkins, the guys are headed out to the Twin Cities, the Minnesota Grand Prix this weekend. You went to the US Open this summer, also a very big meet, Junior Nationals in your past as well. Somewhat comparable in terms of sizes and stuff. Are you expecting them to be similar?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of the same type of meet. I mean, it's a USA swimming meet as opposed to being a college meet. So kind of the same type of people. There's going to be Olympians there and guys in the USA team. So it should be pretty fast to meet.
Sounds like you're gearing up to swim the 200, 500, and mile free. You already had the mile once this year, which is sometimes rare for this time of the season. Is that going to help you?
Yeah, I mean, already swimming it's definitely helpful, especially because it's such a long event. You got to have some practice going into it, practicing the type of pace to go and stuff like that. So definitely already swimming it against Notre Dame is going to be beneficial.
Is it one of the most challenging things you do, especially being the last kind of session of the weekend?
Yeah, it's rough, especially when you got the 200 and 500, they're a lot shorter, and then knowing that throughout the meet that you have the mile, which is the longest event of the whole meet, that's coming up, that's a lot harder.
Coach Ross said you guys are probably going to suit up and obviously be somewhat tailored for the meet. Does that help milers like it does sprinters?
Yeah, it helps. I think it helps a little bit. I mean, definitely just get you in the racing mood. I think that's what it does for most swimmers, just kind of get you in a racing mood.
And what about these extended road trips where you're at a meet for 3 days? Does it tend to have more bonding time and stuff among the guys?
Yeah, definitely, especially since we don't have anything like class to worry about. It should be pretty laid back, just racing and everyone cheering for each other. So it should be pretty fun.
Good luck this week.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think this might be a first for me. I'm not sure I've ever taken a college team to a Grand Prix meet or a USA swimming meet like this. We've been to, I might have gone to a US Open in Indianapolis years ago, so it's a little weird, actually. So when we looked at the calendar, we wanted to maximize our performance in the fall. And since we couldn't host the Purdue Invitational, our divers are going to Ohio State next week. This way, by going this week and with no other competitions, we could take 24 swimmers as opposed to 21, and we can get more people experience in this meet. The next week, the other 5 guys will get a really good experience against Miami, and they'll be our main guys in that meet next weekend. So that was the impetus for doing it. Now that we're in it, seeing the amount of professionals during there this year compared to years in the past, and Minnesota I know is really making this a focal point in their fall as well as we are. So I expect some great performances. Where our prep is very similar to what we did for the Purdue Invitational last year. So we backed off a little. We had three-week cycles, and then this week is kind of a back off week a little bit, and travel tomorrow and then start racing on Thursday.
And it sets up as a mini Big Ten previews because it's multiple sessions, etc. But these long road trips, the guys said, also gives them time to kind of bond together on the road.
Yeah, you know, this is our last big team thing before we go to our training camp in Honolulu. And this is, like you said, it's a good chance to just be a team, be on the pool deck together, have fun with each other, and race. And the prelim final meet is so different, especially for high school kids, is they're not used to their high school championships, usually 2 sessions, and this is 6. And you got to kind of put your emotions in check and have it more of a business-like, where you kind of come in with your briefcase, open your briefcase up, take your goggles and cap out, swim, put them back, and then go back to the hotel. So it's a good learning experience. It's going to be a good practice for the Big Ten meet later on. Plus, a lot of guys are trying to show us that we put them on the Big Ten squad. They want, you know, guys want to earn their spot, so they want to show us. So that's part of it here is let's take a little bit of rest, show us what you got, and then put yourself in the Big Ten mix.
Thanks for your time. Good luck this week.
All right, thanks.